All right, guys, I have a watch that I repurchased. So this is the Casio Oceanus, the OCW-T200S. But before we get started with the overall watch thing, I want to show you something. I had it connected to the phone that I'm actually recording with, so I had to go get a different phone. And you download the Casio Oceanus Connect app, and then you scroll through all the stuff, agree, scroll through all the stuff. Obviously I read it all, hit agree, and you do all that. Okay, allow. Okay, so now you get to this point. Hopefully you guys can read this. I'm trying to cut down on glare because it's got a protector on it. So you select the model of Oceanus you have. We have the OCW-T200. So now it says press and hold this button. That's what this button here for is on the Casio Oceanus. So you press and hold it for 2 seconds. You get the seconds hand to flip over to, should flip over to C. There it goes. And then, so now we should be able to register it. It should connect, hopefully. I tried this with a, all right, so I got it to connect finally. So now it shows you the serial number and all that good stuff. So you hit OK. And then it gets into, man, there's a lot of glare and junk on this phone. Sorry, guys. So it gives you all your information and it shows you the battery life. It's on 3 of 5 bars. So, and then you can do guide, of course. So you can do the view guide. Tells you how to do things. This app is totally different than the regular G-Shock app because for one, now it's only going to show because I just registered, but if you would have had it registered, you can go into self-adjust and it'll show how many times every day that it goes through and auto corrects via the Bluetooth. So you can do a self-update as well. There's all the different locations that you would go to. Let's see here. There's the self-charge. So you can tell your battery level. There it is. There it is. So anyway, this app is totally different. I actually like this app more. The longer you use it, the more you can track it and see what's going on. But it's easy to set up these watches. You don't have to go through. You can go through and adjust it, if you want with different things. But you shouldn't really have to. Once you set it up with your phone via Bluetooth, you're done. It's good. It's and it's a multi-band. So all right, let's get into the watch. I know that part didn't do very well, but anyway, the reason I repurchased this watch is because of its size and its finishing, and it's just kind of a home run watch for just over the $400 mark. It is a 41.5 millimeter case by 49.3 millimeter lug tip to lug tip, 10.9 thick. Is that what I measured? I thought it was 10.4. Yeah, it's 11. 10.9, 11, something like that. So about 11 millimeter thick. Sapphire crystal flat with AR coating on the underside. 20 millimeter lug width. Bracelet tapers down to 18. And I remember Bruce's complaint on it was the bracelet. And now that I have it a second time, I kind of agree. It is a little rattly. The bracelet's fine and the clasp is fine. But it seems like maybe a slight letdown in comparison to the actual watch. Because the finishing on the watch and the way the watch works and the way it looks and everything is kind of a home run. It's a bummer about the bracelet. However, it's not the integrated or semi-integrated or proprietary bracelet that is on the original Oceanus that a lot of us go after, the 100 series. So you're able to do some different straps, whether you want to do a NATO or elastic strap or leather straps or whatever you want to do. You could dress it up, dress it down. 20 millimeter, not a problem. It's going to be easy to use. So 100 meter water resist, tough solar, Bluetooth, multi-band, all that good stuff, and it's all written right on the back as well. So it's a snap case back, and so you're not going to be messing with it anyway. But module number 5596, you can see made in Japan, stainless steel, sapphire crystal, all that good stuff, and then a bunch of the regulatory stuff that they have to put on there. So anyway, I purchased it. It's one of the last watches that I've actually purchased on eBay. I'm no longer buying watches on eBay. I'm like 100% cutting it off. And this was definitely a nail in the coffin, purchasing this one on eBay. Now, granted, we have a lot of things going on in the current world environment, but that slightly delays things. but I paid basically $403, but then I had to pay taxes to a foreign company somehow. I don't know how the taxes go with eBay. This is my little eBay rant, by the way. So I had to pay taxes on that. And then I also had to, and then the seller hit me up for more shipping because they were worried about the type of shipping they were going to use with everything that's going on. So I said, fine, whatever. I just paid them more. So I'm all in on this thing for probably about, I don't know, about $450. Well, you can go over to, they're kind of selling out, first of all, like shopping, like some of the Japanese regular sites that you can go to besides eBay. I think they're pretty much out of stock. I think Sakura is one of them. I think they have it listed for $427. So I think you'd be way ahead of the game if you just went over there. I'll put a link to their site in the description and just buy it there if you're interested in one. Quite frankly, I'm probably going to flip this one, but I'm sure one of my patrons will probably pick it up. So, because it's kind of a killer watch. And I bought it again, I had a moment where I was just like, you know what, I want to try that watch again. And I bought it, I brought it in, I think I wore it around the house a little bit. And it's great, it's killer, but I don't know, for some reason I just don't connect with it. Much like I had a hard time connecting Bluetooth with the phone earlier. So, but it wears great. It's, the first one, the 100 is titanium. This one's stainless steel. But they were, I think, able to get a better finishing on the metal using the stainless steel. So, for example, if we do a close-up on this, you can see the polished and the brushed surfaces are just phenomenal. You usually don't see finishing that sharp on a quartz watch, even at this price range, the $400 mark. I mean, it is sharp. And then you can see the handset and the indices. The indices are a little trick because what they did is they applied them to the chapter and then they laid it on top. So it's hard to get the right angle, but you can kind of see right there. They're like mini diving boards. They actually hover over the main dial because they're applied to the chapter on the outer perimeter. So pretty fun detail if you take a closer look at it. But being that it's solar too, you have that dial's a very deep blue, and somehow Casio was able to hide it in there because you don't really get the sense that it's a solar watch, but it is. And they kept the dial simple. You have the Casio Oceanus and then the little wave thing there. And then other than that, the printing is basically stuff to do with the watch, whether it received signal or not. And it says, no, it did not receive signal, but that's the multi-band signal. It's constantly updating via Bluetooth. And then if you just leave it, it'll automatically jump over. The other thing you can do is, I think if you pop the position out one time, you can quick adjust the time zones. So say you need to go back, you just click it back and it'll automatically adjust your time zone. So if you're traveling with this watch, super easy to do, but really, because it's updating via your Bluetooth, you're not even going to have to do that. Like a lot of times, well, I don't travel a ton, but when I do, I'll wear like one of my G-Shocks. I could easily do this. And then as you travel across time zones, it'll automatically update your display time on your watch. So you won't even have to monkey with it. So it's an excellent watch, guys. If you're looking at, a really nice quartz watch, but you want to stay on the kind of affordable side, you don't want to get like a Grand Seiko or something at that level, or even the Oceanus line goes like crazy high. This is probably one of the best entry-level, very good quartz watches, in my opinion. So there it is, and it actually has lume too. So we'll do a lume shot on it real quick. And yeah, you can see some decent lume there. It's focusing a little weird, but so it's kind of a cool blue color, decent on the handset, and then on the perimeter of all of the indices there. It's actually very good lume. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid.